I was speaking at a conference in New York for the conference board. And the room was filled, about this many people, with corporate communicators. I was chairing a panel, so I got to watch the audience. I was introducing people on the panel. This one man walked up. He was the senior vice president of a Fortune 50 company, and he loved communicators. So right away, he was in. He was a good speaker. He was empathetic. He was warm. He was funny. And I could see all those pro-social cues that people have in an audience when they really are with the speaker. For about 20 minutes, which was all he had. But at the end of the 20 minutes, he did something that totally threw out everything he had said for 20 minutes. He said, "And now I'm open for questions." Now, the interesting thing is that because I interviewed people at the break, no one said, "Well, Carol, we couldn't think of any questions because he said open and he did a closed gesture." Nobody got that consciously, but no one had a question for this man that they had adored up until then. Now, here's what happens to your brain. There are peaks and valleys that an EEG records. So if I got up here and said, "Gobbledygook, my mother, the red giraffe, turned left, blah, blah, blah," your brain would go right down into what they call N400. It's a valley that says, "I have no idea what she just said. And she makes no sense at all." What they found in research is that the same brainwave activity happens when you hear someone say something and their body language does the opposite. So I watched everyone in that audience as their brains just dropped, because for a moment, he just didn't make sense. And then when you unconsciously have to choose between what you're hearing and what you're seeing, almost always you believe the body. And you do this most of the time, so under the radar, you don't even know why you're doing it. But when you leave that speaker or that program or that meeting and you wonder, "I don't know, I just didn't get that. That didn't feel kind of odd to you?" Mainly, it might be because of total misalignment in words and body language.